Okay, so this is AnythingLLM, and you can use this app as sort of replacement for Cloud Cowork or maybe ChatGPT Codex. And basically, yes, you can use some local AI models to start working on a particular folder or files. But the problem is it is not exactly clear on how you can add a folder as a project or workspace in AnythingLLM. You can always create a new workspace and then you can upload a document, but it is for uploading or providing context or files, whereas providing or choosing a particular folder is not exactly straightforward. But there is actually a way to add a folder that you can start working with AI inside of AnythingLLM. So here's how you can do it. Now for this demo, I have this folder called My Stuff. It is located in the downloads folder on my computer, and there are some images and also documents in this folder. So I'm going to basically make AI models in AnythingLLM to be able to start working or see or even modify the items inside of this folder. Now let me just go back. Now right here, you want to navigate to settings and then go to agent skills, and you can see that there is a section called file system access. You can open it. Just make sure that it is enabled, and also you might want to provide permissions for the things that you want AI to do, like you want perhaps let AI to read the documents, see the images, or search for some files. And maybe depending on your task, you might want to let AI to modify or do something or make some changes in that folder or file. So in this case, I just enabled all of the permissions, and after that you can navigate to the permissions menu. So you want to click the plus button, and after that select the location of the folder that you want to start working inside of AnythingLLM. So I'm going to select that folder called My Stuff and then click select folder. And there you go. Now, usually or normally after this, you can start working or creating a workspace, and you can just focus on that folder. But for my testing, it is better to just close the app, and also you might want to check the system tray, because for some reason, it is not actually the AI model that I use. For some reason, not able to access that folder, even though I just gave it the permission to access that folder. So in that case, you might want to restart the program and then try it again. So I'm going to relaunch AnythingLLM, and let's see if we can start working in that folder that I just gave to AI. Okay, now I will, let's say, start a new workspace. I'm going to call this one perhaps my new workspace. That's so generic name, but that's fine. Now, again, you can always provide or send some documents, but again, we just want to work on a folder. So right here, basically, you want to tell AI if it can, or sorry, ask AI if it can access this folder. So for the My Stuff folder right here, I'm going to right click and then copy the address or the path of that folder. And then you can ask AI question, maybe like, can you access this folder? And then for the model, I will actually use the model, local model via LM Studio. I will use Qwen 3.5 with 9 billion parameters. That should be fine. And okay, let me just send the query and just wait for the answer. Okay, it found 16 items, and there are indeed 16 items. There are 15 images and one extra documents folder inside of it. So yeah, it was able to access all the files inside of this folder. Now, let me just go back. I'm going to ask a simple question like, can you access the documents inside of that folder? Sorry, I guess the inside of the folder there is a folder called documents. So when dealing with a local and small AI model, you might want to be more specific. Okay, so there are 3 documents, PDF, Markdown, and CSV, and that is correct because inside of that documents folder there are 3 items. Now let's try doing some modification or changes to the files inside of the folder, because that's the whole point of letting AI to access a folder. Okay, so I will ask AI if it can maybe rename a file. So there is this picture of a car, and I want to see if AI can analyze the image, the look of the image, and then rename that based on the scene. And the model I'm using right now has the image or vision capabilities, so it should not be a problem, but let's give it a shot. So I'm going to specify the name of the file. Can you see this image? And send the query. I can directly view or display. Now, this is something that is very common when you are using a local or very small AI model. It has the vision capability, but let's say the tool calling is not exactly the best. So we have to emphasize, we have to tell AI that, hey, you can do it actually. You have a vision capability. You can, or you should be able to see the image. Can you try it again? Okay, I apologize, but I cannot directly display image. I do have the capability to read and analyze image file from your file system using the tool. Okay, yeah, go ahead and tell me what do you see in that image. Yeah, I guess it's very careful when it comes to accessing the file. Alright, so it appears to be the Ford Capri, and yeah, the color is yellow and orange body, I guess that's okay. That is orange or yellow and black hood. Okay, I think that's actually pretty accurate. This is the full view of the image. I think that is exactly an accurate depiction of the image. Now, let's see if it can make some modification. Okay, based on your new knowledge, I want you to rename that file. So the name will be more descriptive. Alright, now let's see. I'll help you rename the file. Let me check first the current directory. I apologize for the confusion, but I need to clarify something important. The image file is located in the parent directory and not inside. Yeah, that is correct, not inside of the documents subfolder. To rename the image files, I would need to move into documents folder first. Actually, you don't have to move that into the documents subfolder. You can put it in the original location, and we're not actually dealing with the files inside of the documents folder. And yeah, you can go ahead and rename the file. In AnythingLLM, there is no capability for renaming files, but what it can do is moving the file. So it is moving the file into the same location, but it can actually rename the file, which is strange, honestly. It's just the same effect, but the process is different. Okay, so we got the update here. The name is now more descriptive. It's containing the color of the car, so that's actually a good sign. Now, let's try changing something on the document. So I have a document. I have 3 documents. Let's say I want to modify the markdown file. So let me just give you the preview of the file. Okay, I guess I'm going to use a browser. So this is the markdown file, and yeah, I mean, there are plenty of things here, but let's try something that is very simple. Let's remove the table of contents section of this document. I'm going to ask AI to do that. So we have to be more specific again. So I'm going to copy the location of the folder inside of this directory. Please remove the table of contents section of, and then I want to specify the name of the file. So the idea here is that you want to always specify the location of the file and also the name of the file. Okay, it is actually trying to open a different location. For some reason, it is trying to access a completely different location. Yeah, that's quite a common theme when you are dealing with a small and local AI model. Okay, done. I have successfully removed the table of contents from the evchargingguide.md. The file now starts with why home charging matters. Okay, let me just verify that. I'm going to open my browser again so we can see the result. Okay, so this is still the original version. It has the table of contents section, but in the new version that has been modified by AI, you can see that there is no table of contents anymore. So we can confirm that yes, you can definitely working on a particular folder, and inside that folder you can let AI to make changes of your file. You can use it for renaming video files, image files, editing your documents, and even doing some lightweight coding tasks. And again, you can even use a local AI model, although you have to provide the location of the file and also the name of the file, and sometimes you have to nudge AI a little bit to the correct direction so it can actually use the appropriate tool calling and eventually finish the job. So yeah, I guess I hope you learned something from this tutorial and experiment, and hopefully we can get a new update from AnythingLLM to make the UI, to make the workflow or the process to use AI to modify folders or organizing files on the computer to be a lot less complicated and more straightforward. But anyway, again, I hope you learned something from this video. If you want to know some other cool things about AI, or you might want to know some cool AI use cases, then you can subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my future videos.